Alison here. San Diego Comic-Con is coming up, and if you're going to be there, we are going to have 2 opportunities for you to see us live. We will be at the Lionsgate booth on the Friday of Comic-Con at 3 p.m. Come see us there. If you can't make that, we will also be doing a show Saturday at 4 p.m. at the Sparks Gallery in the Nerdist space. So you got 2 options to see us. 2 great shows. Hope you will be there. 2.
Now entering Nerdist.com.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of the Half Hour Happy Hour with Allison and Alex. I'm Alex Albrecht.
I'm Alison Haislip. You said the right thing.
I know, I wanted to hear the right
And for about the next 30-ish minutes, we are going to sip some booze and spit some news.
That is right, and we will be spitting the news directly in the direction
Yeah.
of the man of the hour, Tom Super Volcano Krajewski.
Hi, Tom.
Hello.
Okay.
It's hot.
What happened?
So hot. It's currently 107 degrees, I think, in Los Angeles. So,
Alex's my air conditioners both went out.
yeah.
I
well,
can't believe that.
Thankfully, not the air conditioner in the garage,
Yep,
which
this
is
is
where we
true.
currently are, and it is currently running. So we're sorry if all of you are like, what's that weird buzz in the background of this entire episode? We can't turn the AC
Yeah,
off.
we
for
will
you.
not, because we will die.
can't.
We will die.
We will literally die.
literally die.
We will literally die.
We are tempted. So last night, yesterday, Friday, was the big hot day. I mean, it was.
Yeah.
I had a dinner.
It was 111, I think.
It was so bad. I had a dinner
Yeah.
3 blocks from my house.
Oh, and you walked.
Oh, I walked.
Or did you drive?
No.
Where did you have dinner?
Vinotech.
Oh, I had dinner at Taroni's.
Oh, funny.
And I walked, and I was like, this was a terrible
idea.
idea.
I did the same
You're
thing.
farther away.
Because, by the
Yeah.
way, what is the deal with the wind being hotter than the not wind?
Was that?
Yeah, really?
Oh, my God.
that
Every
what you
time
felt?
the wind would blow, I'd be like, turn off that goddamn hair conditioner.
Yeah.
Or hair blower.
Hair conditioner. Yeah, way too hot.
No, it was bad. So I bite the bullet.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and Heather's sick, so she's like, I'm not going to be able to make it. And I was like, that's okay, I'll go by myself. It's fine. So I sit down, and all of a sudden, my phone starts exploding.
Like literally exploding?
Text. And I'm just like thinking it's like some chain about, video games or something.
Right.
And I'm like, whatever, my phone usually blows
Who were you
up.
having dinner with?
Just some friends.
Oh, okay. Got it.
But not people who would be blowing up my phone with texts,
Right.
And then the phone rings, and I look, and it's Heather. And I'm like,
Yeah,
oh,
oh,
no.
no.
So I pick up the phone, and she goes, the air conditioning just shut down.
No.
Yeah, it was like 7:30, 7:45, the hottest night. So then I'm like, try to reset. But I'm sitting in the middle of dinner. I'm like, well, I
Yeah.
can't.
Yeah.
So basically I was like, buckle up. I'll be home at 10:30.
Buckle up.
Buckle
up, baby.
Buckle up, baby.
Yeah.
It's going to be hot. So I tried my damnedest when I got home. Hurt my finger.
No,
What
no,
happened?
you did.
You showed us that
I
it's
dropped
really...
I dropped the
dropped the panel
cover
on
of
it,
the AC unit on
and,
my finger,
and the
it's
AC
heavier
still
than it.
doesn't work.
AC seal don't
And
work.
your AC went out too, Tom.
Yep. That was yesterday. Was
sorry.
our first day. Thank you. Yesterday was the first day that we turned it on for the season. Is that your
Oh.
first time using it this season?
No, we use it all the time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But it's the first time. And the funny thing is, it was making a weird noise because I remember coming in from something, and I actually thought to myself, that would be really weird if the AC broke because it's very expensive and we just bought it 2 years ago.
Yeah.
But I had that thought because of the sound that was coming out of it.
Yes.
So I was a little bit, obviously I was pissed and
Miffed.
surprised, but
Nothing's worse ever happened to anybody else than us
how did you
with
get
ours.
somebody to be able to come? I started
I
calling
called my
people.
contractor, and he calls his guy, and he's going to come later today. If he's good, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
My contractor
See, I
friend.
have an AC unit in my bedroom.
That's the only one you have, right?
It's the only one I have.
Yeah.
So in my living room, I just point a fan directly at my face.
Is that 'cause it gets the hottest in your bedroom, Allison?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's so much action happening.
A lot of AC in here.
By
It's
the way,
just cool.
I realized that I can hear so much of what my neighbors do all the
Really?
time that I'm
really?
a little like.
Oh, no.
I mean, maybe it's good that not a lot of action happens in my bedroom because I don't know who to be listening.
You can hear them doing...
Well, I
stuff.
haven't heard any of that,
Oh,
but I hear people walking around talking on their phones. Like
That's
when little
annoying.
kids scream, I hear it. That's
Yeah.
because little kids are screaming all the time. You know what I mean?
Well,
Like,
we've actually,
playing.
it's really funny. You don't realize how good you have it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, because we are really lucky. There's nobody on one side of our house doesn't have anybody in the house. Like, there's no house. The other side of the house is like these amazing Australian kids that we love.
Yeah.
They keep inviting us over for barbecues. But also, the house is like Fort Knox, and I think our house is fairly well built because I never really hear anybody.
Yeah.
So we don't have any conflict with neighbors. There's a potential where we're thinking about moving. We sort of go through the cycle every once in a while of like, oh, we should move. Yeah. But when we start looking, I was like, God forbid we move and we move into a house and we have a
awful neighbors
that just isn't. Yeah. And then all of a sudden we're in that phase.
I know.
And it can happen.
Yeah.
But
It also probably won't, but you know.
It can.
not the places you're looking at.
I have to tell you guys about my vacation.
Oh, how was your
Ooh.
big gay?
My bay close enough. My bay gay Jagabay vacay. That was
very
it was
close.
awesome. I realized it's like the first time I've taken a proper vacation in ages. Like,
By the way,
what?
all of the iguanas.
So many iguanas.
Like, all
And then
of them.
I love iguanas, and Jonathan hates them so much.
That was amazing.
So much. Every time they walked by, and he totally embraced the fact that I named that first one Clyde.
Amazing.
And he's like, oh, Clyde's brother, go away.
Amazing.
was
So
rad.
where were you that you had iguanas?
We went to Tulum, Mexico.
Yep.
Which is about an hour and a half south of Cancun. It was gorgeous. I mean, literally all we did was like lay on the beach.
It's like a peninsula that juts into the Gulf of Mexico, right?
Yeah, a bit.
Yeah.
Hello, Mr. Geography.
I have friends that just went to Tulum, and I was like, saw the map on Instagram when they were like, "This is where I am."
It was perfect. It was perfect weather. I got
really
a
exciting.
little tan. We drank all the drinks. It was
yeah.
awesome. And then we flew to Hilton Head, which is where my parents live in South Carolina, and we spent 4th of July there.
Oh, great.
But like I realized that I haven't like all of my quote unquote vacations have been like, oh, my friend's getting married someplace. I'll just go 2 days earlier, or I'll hop over to this city before I go there. You know, like these little like I've just tacked them on to trips I have to go on.
Yep.
So this is the first time in a long time where it was like, oh, literally, I don't have to do anything except lay by a pool or lay on the beach and read a book, and it was awesome.
That sounds
It
amazing.
is
was
interesting
awesome.
because I think we as creative people who don't necessarily have full-time jobs,
Right.
we have a hard time going on vacation because we feel like, well, I don't need a
gonna
vacation.
miss work.
Or
Yeah.
I don't need a vacation because like
Yeah.
Tuesday through Thursday this week
I
was a
didn't do
vacation.
anything.
Right,
Yeah,
yeah,
you're
exactly.
right. You're right.
Yep.
But you really need it. Like it
Yeah.
is a different brain set. Like when we went to Antigua, it was like,
Yeah.
we're just okay. So just this today,
Right.
Just
this today.
just sitting.
that.
Or like when we
Actually
went up to
leaving
Sonoma like last year for my birthday. So we try to do this now every year, which of course is great. I say that we did it once. Like we
So,
may
how
not
about
do it in August, but
you want to do this
I
every
want
year.
to do this every year. It's for my birthday. Go somewhere with just Heather and I.
Yeah.
Because the other thing that
Can I
Heather
come?
and I fall into. See,
Yeah,
this is the thing. We love our friends so much,
Right.
That we and like
I
her
mean,
birthday is
your friends are pretty awesome, aka
all of
me
our
and
friends.
Tom.
All of our friends are awesome.
I mean, I'm
best.
sure you
So-
have other awesome friends. But
So when
mainly
I
just
go,
me and Tom.
I have this crazy idea to go on a vacation and like rent a house in Tuscany for a week. It's like
People glom
well,
onto that?
No, I want to
Oh, you
bring
want to-
friends.
yeah.
So then it's like Heather and I just have. I mean, honestly, when we went to Sonoma last August, that was the first time that Heather and I went on a trip since we went to Hawaii 6 months after we met.
Oh, after you met?
Yes.
Oh,
You guys
gee,
went
what did you? What do you
14
mean? Where was
years
your
ago.
honeymoon?
We didn't do one. We
You
went
didn't
to
do a
no. You know what we
honeymoon?
did? We
What?
went to Hawaii the next weekend for my friend's wedding.
Aww.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
But it was like, oh right, we haven't. So you just fall into these things where you're like,
Yeah.
because we don't have that thing where you're like, I'm shooting for spring break, taking a week off because
Right.
I've been working like a dog all week.
Well, I have to tell you
Yep.
about my super clutch move that I did to kick off our vacation.
yeah.
Yeah.
Super
Yeah.
clutch.
So yes,
Yeah.
so we had our flight from LAX to Cancun was like 9:30 in the morning, and so the day before I went to check in, and it wouldn't let me check in online because I've gotten a new passport.
Oh, okay.
Since the last time I flew internationally, so
Yep.
the number that they had on file for me doesn't match my passport number
Got it.
anymore. So I had to have my passport scanned in the airport.
Okay.
So I had to wait to check in when I got there. But so when I tried to check in the day before, I saw that upgrades to first class were $450, and I'm like,
Got it.
whatever,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I get to the airport the next morning and I scan my passport and go to check in, and then it offers me upgrades for $250, and I'm like, huh? And I look at the
getting
seating
closer.
chart and I realize it's because basically it's almost first class is almost entirely empty.
Oh, wow.
right?
Okay.
Yes.
I like this.
Like that's why they're dropping the
Yeah,
price,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
And I was like, huh. So I wait till like we get through everything and we get to the gate, and then I like looked at Jonathan and I was like, I'm just gonna go see if maybe they would sell us upgrades for $100.
Sure.
right? I'd
Yeah.
upgrade to first class for $100,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So I go up to the woman at the gate, and I'm wearing my big hat. Oh, I have to tell you guys about the hat, too. I'll finish this story, and then let me get back to the hat. So I'm wearing my big hat that was in all of my Instagram pictures. And she's clearly like, you know how they like have to give people last minute seat assignments and stuff like that. And she's clearly like kind of frazzled about something. And she's like, "Hi, can I help you?" And I was like, "I just wanted to look into upgrades on this flight into first." And she's like, "Oh, okay, just give me a minute." I'm like, "Okay." And she like is doing her thing for a little while. And she's like, "I'm so sorry. Yes, you want to look into upgrades. Okay. What's your seat number?" And I'm like, "Mine's whatever, and his is this." And she's like, "Okay." And she like types in the computer, and then like someone says something to her. She's like, "Oh, right." And she goes back to the other little tickets and everything like that. So and then she looks up at me. She goes, "Oh, again, I'm so sorry. Okay, give me your seat number." This happens like 2 or 3 times because she's clearly. I realize
she's
what's
trying
happening.
To fit people on this flight.
Well, and also what she's trying to do is there are families that have been like split. So families are trying to sit together. And so she types in again. She's like, "Oh, upgrades would be $250." And I went, "Well, since we're boarding in 5 minutes and you're clearly not selling those seats, can you sell them for me for cheaper?" Yeah. And she goes, "Okay, hold on a minute." She goes, "What were your seats again?" And I tell her again. And she looks at the seats and she looks at the tickets and she goes, "Here," and she just hands me 2 boarding passes. I'm like, "What?" She's like, "I just upgraded you." I'm like,
"What?"
Thank you. Clearly, our seats were seats that they needed. Exactly.
Yeah.
Magic of Alison Haislip.
Oh my God!
And I just walked over to Jonathan. I just had all this adrenaline and like, you know when you're smiling and you can't stop smiling.
Yeah.
I'm like, ah, and he's like, "What?" I'm like, "I did it." I was like, "We're in first class," and he's like, "Oh my God!" So
that's cool.
I tried doing that at every airport we were in, and the rest of the trip didn't work.
Amazing.
But that flight out there, I was like, I'm gonna ride this high for a while.
That is amazing.
So wait, I have to tell about the hat.
Yeah.
Because the day before was when I was like, okay, listen, I really need to go get a sun hat because I can't I'm in my 30s. My skin can't get that much sun anymore. Yeah. And I also needed new jean shorts. Like I just didn't have a lot of pairs of jean shorts. And I was like, all right. So I went to Nordstrom Rack and I got a new bathing suit too and some sunscreen and I grabbed the sun hat and they're like ringing me up. And they ring up the sun hat, and the guy's like, "Oh, that's weird." So he like takes it off the thing, and he re-rings it. And he's like, "What is going on?" And he looks at the cashier next to him. He's like, "Hey, why does this keep ringing up like this?" And the guy looks over, and he goes, "It's her lucky day. She just gets it for that." I got the hat for a penny.
What?
1 cent.
It's her lucky
1 cent. I mean,
gotta take you shopping with
I
you.
know.
Yeah, no doubt.
It was a $20 hat. It's not like it was going to be that much. But you can't buy anything for a penny. Literally, there's not a thing on this planet
People
that you
throw
can
those away.
Exactly.
You can find those on the street because nobody wants them.
So I got that hat for a penny. I was like, yeah. And then I go to the Grove and I go to Madewell, which now all my jeans are Madewell because I love them, that brand. And I was like, I'm going to get jean shorts. Get these 2 pair of jean shorts, go to get rung up, and they're like, "Are you a loyalty member?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, actually."
I thought they were going to say, "Are you a lawyer?" You're like, "Yes, I am."
I was like, "Oh, I am a loyalty member because I signed up for it because you get free shipping or something on Madewell." And I was like, "Yeah, I am." So I give her my email address, and she looks and she goes, "Oh, you're my neighbor." And I'm like, "What?" She's like, "I live at." I'll make whatever, but she's like, "I live at 450."
I'll just bring you some free stuff after
Yeah, she's
work,
like,
Allison.
"I live at 450 Pine," and I'm like, "I live at 444 Pine." I was like, "You're not just my neighbor. We live in the same building."
Really?
What?
She lives in my building. There's only 6 units in my building, and I've somehow just never seen her because she's one of the front units and I'm in one of the back. And we're like, "Oh my God." So we're chatting and whatever. And she rings me up and I buy the stuff. And I was like, "Well, it's great to finally meet you. I'll see you around the building." Right.
Yeah.
And I walk out and I look at my receipt and she gave me 20% off.
Amazing.
I was like, I'm just having the best karma right now.
Oh my God.
What
and
are
that was
taxes on a
before
penny?
going to the actual.
Yeah.
Yes.
What's the sales tax on a penny?
On a penny? Yeah, right?
They
I
have to
no
round
idea.
up, so it's probably you get
furling.
another penny, right?
Another penny.
I don't know. I have no clue.
Tuppence.
Yeah.
Because I bought the other stuff, so I have no idea what it would have been.
Yeah, the only time I even think about pennies is when they do that thing at Bevmo, which I think they've now instituted year-round.
The 5-cent wine sale?
Oh, it's 5 cents. Yeah, it's not a penny. It's 5 cents.
It's 5 cents. You can't even get a
Can't
bottle
even get
of
a fucking
wine.
bottle of
The
wine.
only thing you use pennies for now is those machines where you crank it and it
And
bends
it
it. into
smashes
that-
it.
Yes.
Into
puts a design in there
exactly.
like
Yeah.
a Disney.
I know, but that hat, like, totally. I mean, it
That was
earned
the-
its
that was
keep
the
and
hat.
then some.
That was the hat of the trip,
I
for
know.
sure.
Yeah.
Best penny ever spent.
And I had to wear it on every flight we took because it was too big to fit in my suitcase. So Jonathan was just like, "Oh my god!" Like just
This
walking around
fucking
airports
hat.
with the giant hat on. I was like, "Yay!" It was great, but it's nice to be back and seeing your faces.
Yeah. What did you do for 4th?
I had like a full day of like 2 barbecues up in the hills and then like a parade in my
Life is
neighborhood.
so hard.
Pool party. So yeah, pool party and 2 barbecues and
Yeah.
parade.
We didn't actually do anything on the 4th specifically. However, I will say, the night before,
you got real drunk.
I made street tacos on the griddle.
Oh,
And they were glorious.
when are you gonna have Tom
Yeah,
and
when do
I
you
over to
make
make us
blue
street
tacos?
tacos?
Well, now I want to do it. First off, let's not have heat stroke by just standing
Well,
in
yeah,
front of
no,
the grill.
I don't want it this weekend.
But
Excuses,
secondly,
Alex.
we got to do it, man. Because
Yeah.
it was.
Dude, that'd
I
be
just got
great.
this like El Pastor pork from Ralph's. It was like pre-seasoned.
Ooh, what?
I threw it on the grill or the griddle.
Yeah,
Dude,
Oh my god, guys!
so good,
Warmed up the tortillas on the griddle.
so
I
good.
can put in that thing. I mean, people were like, "These are some of the most amazing street tacos."
so
I mean, it's
people.
amazing.
So
not
pe-
Allison or I, but
Not Allison.
No,
you
other
both,
people.
but people, yeah.
Other people.
Mainly Heather. You know, people.
Many people are saying these are the best
I-
street tacos.
So many people are saying it. Heather
Oh my gosh.
is also saying it.
The evening of 4th of July, my family and I went on a boat called the Stars and Stripes, which actually
Oh, yeah?
won
Patriotic.
it won the America's Cup in
Ooh.
1987.
Cool.
Oh wow!
And they let me drive it or steer
Pilot
it
it?
or whatever.
Steer it?
I don't
Steer it?
know.
I don't
I got
know.
to
Captain
turn
or
it
boat guy?
a lot. It was great.
Captain
It
it.
was,
You captained it.
I captained it.
I think you were at the helm.
Yeah, and because I volunteered, they were like, "Does anyone want to help steer the boat?" I was like, "Me, absolutely!" And I like jump up, and they're like, "Great!" And you get a free bottle of wine for, or like one of those like mini bottles of wine.
Oh.
And I was like, "A free drink is
Right,
basically
yeah,
what they're
yeah,
giving me." And I was
They're gonna let you drink and
I was like,
drive?
even better, yeah. And I already had 3 glasses
Yeah,
of
they're
wine
like,
before
but
we
you
got
have,
on the
you
boat.
have to chug it before you steer it.
Not a problem. Yeah.
I know, and they gave me like my little Sutter Homes bottle of Chardonnay
Yeah,
or whatever,
yeah.
and I'm like
Brilliant.
driving the boat, and like everyone's looking at me, and I went, "I had 4 glasses of wine, and I feel very confident." People were like, "Oh shit."
Everybody's like, duck! Because when you turn those things, that thing swings around pretty fast.
Yeah, exactly.
The boom.
Yeah, the jib.
That's the front part,
The
but yeah.
cut of my jib.
Isn't that fun? That's
don't
where
know.
it comes
Is that
from.
what that is?
Yeah, I like the cut of your jib.
The cut of your jib.
I think if I were piloting the boat in the
Yeah.
middle of the water where
Yeah.
there's nothing to hit, I somehow would have found something to hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
You're like,
Yeah.
captaining
Tom, why are you heading straight for that one baby seal? What? I'm not doing anything. The boat's doing it. Tung. Oh man.
Baby seal.
Good thing it's legal,
Yeah.
right? Clubbing baby seals.
Can we go to some emails?
Yeah, let's get to some emails.
Let's get to some emails.
All right, here we go.
All right.
So here we go. The flush heard round the world.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, HHHHH crew. My name is James, pronounced James, from London, the UK.
Hi, James.
Hi,
oh,
Alison.
I should say cheerio, James.
Oh, good day, James.
Good day,
That's
James.
not
Good
British.
to know.
Yes.
Crack on, James. Anyway, that's all this.
We're so sorry, James.
Smash the
Yeah.
subject line, James.
Yeah. That was very good use of the English.
Ooh.
Anyway,
job.
I've been a big fan up until now of Alex Sense
Up until now?
Oh,
no,
dear.
it was a joke. A big fan of Alex Sense Indignation Days. Allison's ever since 4 points, and Senor Volcano since episode 1, not the Phantom
Yes.
Menace.
Not the
Tom, how's your and Tom rebranding coming along? By the way,
Good
Oh.
question.
I think it's happening because I emailed.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I emailed Aristotle.
Surprise.
Was
surprise.
it? What do you
surprise.
mean? I didn't. Okay, well then in that case, we're not working on it.
Yeah.
Ooh, now
Nothing's
intrigued.
happening.
Yeah.
Back in the day, I chatted to a very drunk Alex in a pub
Ooh.
after a live dignation show in
Oh.
London.
Yeah.
Alex, to jog your memory, I was the British guy. I love this guy.
Yeah, James.
And by the way,
Greatest
I
sense of humor.
probably remember that. That was actually, by the way, that was the one time when, because it was just after the iPhone was released in the U.S.
Okay.
So I had the iPhone, and none of the people in the UK had the iPhone.
Right.
And I was drunk, so I just was handing
All right,
my
check
iPhone
it out,
around, and I was like, "Yeah, this is great. Check it out."
Oh my gosh.
That's
Look
the
at
screen.
look at the apps.
Yeah.
Well, the data plan was all fucked up.
Oh.
And I purposefully didn't know how to turn off because there was no like turn off the data plan for roaming in Europe because
Right.
this is the first iteration, and so I just wasn't opening my email.
Yeah.
And so everybody pass. It gets back to me, and I look, and I have 50 unread emails.
Oh.
And I was like, oh no. I was like, they opened the email app.
What's my data going to
Cost
be?
me so much money, but I was like, fuck it, I'm drunk. It's London. I'm having a good time. Anyway, but I digress.
Yeah.
But you digress.
Said James.
Yeah.
I just listened to your latest episode where you talked about World Cup viewers starting straining Tokyo's plumbing service or system.
Well,
This
congrats, James, because I just watched England win their game against Sweden this morning.
Good job, James. All you, buddy.
There you go,
They
buddy.
could have done it without you.
England's going to the semifinals.
But bam.
Yeah.
This isn't a one-off occurrence, and Japan certainly isn't the only country to anticipate it. In the UK, the phenomenon actually has a name: TV pickup.
Ooh.
I know, it seems weird. TV pickup, this is from Wikipedia, is a term used in the United Kingdom to refer to a phenomenon that affects electricity generation and transmission networks.
My buddy just told me. So I watched the England-Sweden game, even though it was at 6 a.m. here, because my friend's boyfriend, who is British, is in town right now, and he lives in London, so we don't get to see him very often. So I was like, okay, I'll go watch this game. And I told him about the flush heard around the world, and he told me, he's like, in London, he's like, it's an electricity thing, because at halftime of the games, everyone goes and turns on their kettle.
Yep.
Yes.
Kettle for tea time.
And it's called TV pickup.
Oh,
Yes.
TV.
No,
TV.
like television pickup.
Yeah.
Not that TV.
Because basically it's like a pickup that happens because people are pausing. Or,
Right, but everyone has those electric kettles that they turn on.
Right. So, anyway, keep up the great work, James.
Speaking of Japan and the World Cup, did you hear about how the team lost to Belgium?
Yeah.
But did you hear about how they left?
No.
Yes.
Japan, after they lost to Belgium, cleaned their entire locker room and then left a thank you note in Russian.
Fucking Japanese.
Like, the most polite.
Make us look bad.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, well, I mean, they made us look bad by getting into the World Cup.
Yeah, right. But it was like, of course, Japan. Nice job. Nice job. Yeah.
We gotta go back. I gotta go back to Japan.
Let's go, man.
We should. Tokyo is so fun.
Tokyo is really amazing.
Weird and cool.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, I mean, I love going to foreign countries just because everything is like different.
Yeah.
Like, it's not weird, it's just different, right?
Yeah.
Like even London, like you go and you're like, oh my god, the exit signs are different, the street signs are different. Like it's just, everything feels different.
Yeah.
In Tokyo, it's like different times 1,000.
Yeah, it totally is.
You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like, it's just so fun. And by the way, everybody's really nice.
Yeah.
They love practicing their English on people.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So like you could stop somebody on the street and even if they know like 3 words, they're like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you're like, well, you don't understand what I'm saying. Yeah. And you're like, why don't you just speak like why stop and say yes? But it's
Right.
because they just love speaking English
Yeah.
because they don't get opportunities to.
I know.
Which I think is really cool.
I
Anyway,
know, Japan's amazing.
Japan's amazing.
All right.
Okay, so this is we got 2 emails about the same topic, but I
Okay.
figured I chose this one.
Okay.
Copy.
Hello, 4-H gang. It's Jason.
Hi, Jason.
Hi, Allison.
Yeah.
You got a shoulder shake from that one,
Shimmy,
Jason.
shimmy,
Yeah.
shimmy.
So in the most recent episodes, you guys went off on a tangent talking about actors and actresses in movies.
Who all
and
look alike?
In that tangent, no, it was specifically about Terminator. In that tangent, Allison referred to the third Terminator as the Therminator.
I did?
You did.
Probably.
Because we
I
got
did?
we got 2 emails about it, so you did it.
So, yeah.
Did I do it on purpose, or did I just
I
have
think
a list?
Third Terminator,
Terminator?
was she was the third Terminator, the Terminator.
The Terminator?
Anyway.
I don't remember doing that on purpose, but okay.
Well, in that case, your list
Great.
made this
Yeah.
all amazing.
Yeah.
That comment made me hungry because here in Columbus, Ohio, there's a restaurant that was featured on Man vs. Food called Thurman's Cafe.
Oh.
And they're known for their massive and delicious burgers, their most epic creation called the Therminator.
Yes.
And
Someone
it was named
else?
in honor of Arnold Schwarzenegger. And yes, we got a second email from another person from Ohio that
What's
said,
that person's name? Maybe they know James.
Tim, I think.
Yeah, Tim.
Tim Kirkland, something like that? I'll look it
Wow.
up. Anyway.
Yeah.
The Terminator.
Yeah,
So,
and it was named in honor of Arnold Schwarzenegger, as many of the bodybuilding competitors.
Oh, wait, this is Jason. James was the British guy.
Yeah,
This is Jason.
This is Jason.
Yeah,
James was the
Jason,
British guy.
find Tim. Eat Terminators together.
Yeah, totally. But anyways, named in honor of Arnold Schwarzenegger because the Arnold Classic is held in Columbia, in
Ohio, yeah.
Columbus, and chose the burger for the fuel their competition. So a lot of bodybuilders will go and eat that burger.
That's awesome.
You ready for this? Here's what it contains.
Oh, no.
Okay, bun,
Yeah.
Good.
lettuce,
Yeah.
tomato,
Yeah.
pickle,
I'm with you.
mayo,
Okay.
American cheese,
Okay.
mozzarella cheese,
Ooh.
all sounding normalish.
Yeah.
A 12-ounce burger.
It's almost a pound.
That's
right?
Yeah.
big.
3/4 of a
Usually
pound?
they're
Yeah.
sort of like between 6 and 8 ounces on a
Right.
regular burger. So big, beefy, big burger. Ham, sautéed onions, mushrooms, cheddar cheese, bacon, banana peppers, and another 12-ounce patty.
What?
24 ounces of
24 ounces of ground beef.
That is far too much meat.
I think I could probably eat that.
What?
That's what she said.
I think I could probably eat that. And he was like, I'm
Please
leaving.
just don't bite.
Yeah,
Please
don't eat
bite.
that.
I actually meant in a reference for me saying that's far too much meat. But it worked for both of our comments.
Both the comments.
Yeah.
Okay.
He said, I never attempted to eat this behemoth, but if you ever find yourself
You
in
can share
Columbus,
with Tim.
I'd like to
split
treat
it.
you guys to this, and to you guys and gal to this masterpiece, Jason
There
from
we go.
Ohio. That'd be
Tom's
awesome.
like, I will go to Columbus just to get a free burger.
I'll pay for all our flights
I'll
just
get
to get
that
that burger.
Therminator.
Yeah.
You could probably maybe I'll make it on the griddle for you.
Ooh,
I'll make
street Terminator. Is that what
street
you're gonna call it?
Therminator.
Street
I
Therminator.
love that I just say street because I use a griddle.
Yeah.
It's like, oh,
Oh.
you just blew my mind. You know
I
what I
do
could
that all
do?
the time.
What can you do?
I could do the bacon-wrapped hot dogs
Oh
and
my-
onions and peppers that they do on the streets down by L.A.
LA,
the
We'll
Staples
never
Center.
have to go downtown again.
Yeah,
That'd be great.
Oh my gosh.
I mean-
Stay here and make bacon wrap.
yeah.
Thanks.
We'll just live in this garage forever because it has AC. And then I'll go outside and I'll make burgers and hot dogs and come back.
Street burgers.
it's like
I
Alex
feel like
just
John
has
C.
his own,
Riley was there.
You do.
Yeah, right?
It's like
Let's
Alex
make
just has his
burgers
own
and then come
taco
back.
truck. You have
Yeah,
your own taco truck just without the truck.
Yeah, exactly.
Gosh.
Yeah.
I should just move, like wheel it, squeak, 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 out to the sidewalk and just be like, hey, taco, 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 taco.
Don't park in my driveway.
Yeah, don't block my driveway. Here's a taco.
Amazing.
I gotta try.
Every third taco is only a penny.
Oh. I could just
Bam.
give you my hat.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, I would totally wear that hat when
Right?
Heather has a hat sort of like that, and I should be wearing it next time I do griddling.
Yep. So
because
you don't-
it's
don't
not
get burned.
Like I love the griddle. It's just there isn't really a place like it. Our backyard was already filled with stuff to like lounge in and enjoy.
Beautiful
Yeah.
back.
So I had to like put it in a corner.
Yeah.
And it is directly in the sun until like 7:30 at night.
Okay.
And so I'm like moved little things, trying to like get things. Yeah. But I could
drag
wear
an umbrella
wear the big
over?
hat. Well, the umbrellas are big and weird.
Yeah.
All right, couple.
So you'd rather
couple
wear a
stories.
big
All right,
frilly
stories.
Couple
Really hat.
stories.
Couple stories.
Couple stories.
All right. This is so crazy.
Okay.
U.S. Post Office
Oh boy.
must pay $3.5 million for using the wrong Statue of Liberty on their stamp.
Oh my God! What they used the one in Vegas.
They used the one in Vegas.
Wait, this is an old story.
No, it's real. I just heard about
Yeah.
it.
Oh,
myself
really?
This
Yeah,
week,
July 5th. I think.
Oh.
Oh no, he sued in like 2013 is when it happened.
Oh, yeah, that's
They
it.
stopped
That's
using the
it.
stamp in 2014. He just won.
Got
This
it.
is the
got
artist
it.
that
This
originally
is the
created
artist who created the statue. And I didn't
Yeah.
know this, but the statue is a stylized version
Yeah.
of the Statue of Liberty.
Right. So there are differences. Yeah.
100%. And the judge agreed and was like,
He's like, yeah, the Statue of Liberty is not usually topless,
yeah.
right? It's like,
Jesus.
Yeah, I was like, why does she have a thong?
Good Lord, Tom.
what's Vegas? And you talking about the one in
Yeah.
New York? That's where it is?
Yeah, the
Yes.
one in
Obviously.
New York. Yeah.
So not the one at the Luxor?
Yeah, the small statue in the Luxor that I built.
Statue
Nobody
of
liked
Liberty.
it. But the judge ruled that the statues were indeed unmistakably different. So the whole
Wow.
concept was the U.S. Post Office was like, that's the Statue of Liberty. We use the Statue of Liberty. And this
Yeah.
judge ruled, no.
Nope.
Those are two different statues for sure.
Yeah.
They're
Therefore, you have
Close.
to pay the artist for using
you
their
have to pay
artwork.
the artist for using the artwork.
Yeah.
Which is very interesting.
Okay, so what's the differences then? Because if you're going to put up the Statue of Liberty at the New York Casino, wouldn't you want it to look just like the one? Or is
They
there
made
yeah, but I
they
don't think you
made a-
can.
Well,
Well, that's
no,
what-
I think you can because I
it's-
think that guy's been dead for long enough. But they had an artist come in and make her sort of a sleeker, sexier version of the Statue of
course.
Liberty.
Oh,
See,
for
yeah.
fucking Vegas.
Hotter Statue of Liberty.
I mean, literally, it is.
sexier shade of green?
Mr. Davidson, the artist, called his replica sexier,
oh, sexier Lady Liberty.
and the judge basically said
High
these are
cheekbones.
unmistakably different
Yeah.
statues.
I got to look that
Wow.
up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is really interesting because somebody else sent in an email. I wasn't going to talk about it, so I don't really remember tons of the details. But I guess Elon Musk bought a mug that this potter made
Okay.
and painted,
Yeah.
and it's sort of like this sort of like childish sketch or painting of a unicorn
okay.
pooping into the back of a car, like into a funnel that is a car. And the whole concept is electric cars are great because electricity is made by magic.
Okay.
So Elon Musk got one of these mugs and was like, this is
Right.
the most amazing mug. Took a picture, shared it on Instagram, was like, I love this mug. It's
Right.
so great. The guy, the
guy who
potter-
created it.
The guy who created it, his sales went through the roof
Oh.
because
He
of
got
it.
ripped
but
off,
then,
right?
well, no, what happened was when Elon Musk announced the Sketchpad, like a secret thing where you can actually paint and stuff on your Tesla.
Oh.
Yeah, there's like a little secret Sketchpad. Right?
Okay.
Which, by the way, if P.S. Tesla owners, it's amazing when you're like on the phone and somebody says, "Can you call this number?" and they give you a number.
Oh,
'Cause
you can
just
just
go
write
pop,
it
pop.
down.
Yeah, you just go pop up and you just write the number down.
That's smart.
Yeah, but for the launch, Elon replicated his favorite mug in an image that
Right.
he drew, and I said, "Drew this image on, blah blah blah." Now he had already shown the mug,
Yeah.
He
Right.
already- you know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, he's just making a
Reference
of
to
the
it,
thing.
yeah.
Well, it turns out
Oh, no.
they then used that as a little thumbnail when you open up the because
jeez.
before everything was sort of secret, you had to like know how to like double tap, hit the thing,
Yeah.
blah blah blah, and it would pop up. Then they were like, we have so many of these, we should have a little area where you can see them and choose which one.
Yeah.
The area, the Sketchpad, is just a shrunk down version of that sketch
Right.
that Elon made in the Sketchpad.
So now it's
thing.
being used as an icon in
Right.
Teslas. Got it.
So the guy is
Jeez. Yeah.
asking for money. He's
Yeah.
like he's like chasing down Elon
Absolutely.
for money.
yeah.
Which there's a part of me that's like, yeah, but then when you start thinking about like the iteration of how it got there, it's like, well, first off, nobody's buying a Tesla because it has the thumbnail in
Well,
there.
no, but
Good
that
point.
that doesn't mean you can't just. I mean, well, this is a bad example because I was going to say the Mona Lisa. You can't just use the Mona Lisa's face.
That would be
forever.
like someone taking
You
our
know?
podcast, getting 3 other people doing the exact same lines of dialogue we do in a podcast, and then selling it as their podcast.
That's
Someone else
interesting.
playing,
Yeah.
doing my
well,
lines
but
right
I
now.
would say
I don't know if it's not. Actually
it would be
the
like
same.
it would be like doing that and then putting it in
For
an
free.
MP3 player as a free
Right. Yeah,
thing
yeah,
that
yeah.
you can listen to or not listen
Yeah.
to. That I think that's where you kind of get to that thing of like, literally no single person is buying a Tesla because of that
Yeah.
thing.
Well, no.
So that means Elon Musk is not making any money
But
on that stuff.
No single person was buying the Statue of Liberty stamp because they thought it was the Statue of Liberty in Vegas. It doesn't matter what the intention is when someone's
No,
buying
that-
it.
Well, no, that's true.
It's just that
However,
it's
they're
being sold.
No, but they're buying that stamp because of the image on the stamp.
Well, yes.
So that they are making money by selling
yes,
that
but
image.
they are believing that it is a different image. The people buying it
Sure.
are buying
But-
it because they believe it's a
Sure.
different image.
But I would then go
Yes.
to say nobody's buying a Tesla because it has this secret
right.
iPad thing. I mean,
I don't know.
It's just
okay.
very weird. Look, I think give the guy, throw the guy a bone.
Yeah.
You're fucking Elon Musk. Just write a check.
Name
But
a
then it's
Tesla
like,
after him.
what's the check?
What's the
right?
cutoff?
Like, how
Yeah.
mad is the guy?
Yeah.
And it's just
How
because
mad
he
is
also
the guy?
started. he
What is your
suggested-
anger worth?
Well, he suggested that he might sue Tesla.
Yeah.
And so you just get to this thing of like, okay,
I mean, I get it.
I get it
because that's such a specific image.
Yeah.
100%.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's a very clear idea that someone had that is not very common.
Yeah.
What's
What?
happening?
Oh, yeah.
We're pointing
So then
at
the
it.
guy is getting money, Alex? Like
I don't
don't
know
you saying
what's
that-
going to happen. I think the problem is, as awesome as Elon is,
Yeah.
and I think Elon's very good at sort of giving.
Yeah.
I mean, the
I
stamp
think
guy, but
Elon.
yeah.
The stamp guy's
Yeah.
getting $3.5
So he
million.
actually is getting the money. is what
So
I'm saying. I just
he
want to make
basically,
sure.
yeah. What they said was they sold $70 million worth of
Oh
stamps.
my god! Of that
Wow.
one.
Yeah, that stamp sold. What was it? It was a huge number.
I'm in the wrong
4.9
business.
billion
I'm
stamps.
gonna start making my own stamps.
Yeah,
Selling those in the street corner with the street tacos.
yeah.
I bet
And
that'll
then-
work out
and then
real
people-
well, Tom.
And then people will start putting things in the mail and they'll be like, "That's not a stamp." And
Yeah,
you're like,
exactly.
I bought it from the guy with the street taco stamp.
Yeah. Clearly, it looks like a stamp.
It's got a picture
Alex
of
and
Tom
Tom,
on
street tacos and street stamps.
Yeah.
Street stamps. You just if it's got a street stamp, you just give it to either Alex or Tom, and then they'll take it wherever you want it to
Yeah.
go for 15 cents. Way
cheaper. Way cheaper. Yeah.
I mean, save your money on the stamps, guys.
Right.
This is what I'm saying. Yeah, no. So they made $70 million. So basically, they said
3.5.
he needs to be compensated for that actual. Like,
Yeah.
basically, compensate him as if you were
if
licensing
you had
his
bought his art,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
of course.
Okay, of
which
course.
is
that's fair.
I think
cool.
good.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Nice.
Okay.
One more story?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God, do we want to do porn or
Good
theater?
Lord.
That's
Or
a
what?
Dumb question.
Porn or theater?
Theater.
Theater.
You're going to give me
Yeah.
that option.
Okay. All right. Hey, man.
The theater.
Yeah, Allison and I are
Stage
theater.
actors rage at audience members watching World Cup on phone.
Where?
How
Where?
rude.
Where? What?
Very.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Yeah,
So,
where is this?
This happened in the UK, in England,
Oh.
because it was during.
Is it in the West End? Was it like
Yeah.
oh
It was at the Titanic the musical. And Titanic the musical.
Oh my gosh.
Where? Hold on. Where is it? I can't remember where it is, but yeah, it's yeah.
but I mean like it's in the West End. It's like a
Yeah.
proper like basically a Broadway show.
Nottingham
show.
Theatre Royale on
oh
Tuesday.
yeah.
Nottingham.
Yeah.
Nottingham.
So this is when England beat Colombia in the penalty
Yeah,
kicks.
I watched that.
Yeah, a lot of people were
Yeah.
excited about it. So during the
Oh,
this
because
woman not only followed the penalty shootouts on her phone during the show,
yeah.
but she also said yes on each goal scored.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's just one person.
Yeah, it was just one
Oh, thank
person
God. I thought
watching
you-
this
yeah.
thing.
Yeah, you made it sound like it was like the whole audience was doing it.
No. So
Jesus.
this actor declared, "You are the most ignorant audience member I have ever had the misfortune of performing in front of."
Yes.
And they asked
So
her, they were
British.
like, "Why
Well,
don't
the most
you leave?" So one of the actors on Twitter was like, "I was dumbfounded. Two ladies, one older and one middle-aged, slapped, banged, I think that means high-fived,
Yeah.
in the front row, clearly watching football on their phone during the most poignant moments of the lifeboat scene."
Oh my god.
I mean, it's like the moment where people are dying on the Titanic, and they're like, "High five! Yeah! Fuck
Oh
yeah,
my
England!
gosh.
Sorry about your death, Titanic."
Yeah.
Forever, Jack. Goal.
Yeah. During the most poignant, like, cheering and giggling like stupid schoolgirls.
What? Why
Giggling
spend
and
the
cheering.
money on the tickets if you're going to
Yeah.
do that?
That's the thing, and one of them
Richie
said,
got 'em free.
yeah. So one of them
Probably.
said, if you're going to come to see the show, do not sit there on your phone and watch the fucking World Cup.
Oh my goodness, that's
Watch the bloody
insane.
World Cup.
Yeah.
I know, and then one of them was like, they should have literally been ushered out of that.
Yeah.
Yes,
show,
absolutely.
Which I totally agree
Absolutely. You know, I have a friend, my friend Krista Rodriguez, who did we have on the show?
I think so.
On Drunksmiths one
I
year?
think
Yeah, we
so.
totally did. She does a bunch of Broadway stuff.
Yeah.
And she's
was she the one from
She was on Smash.
Life in Pieces?
No,
Oh,
that's
Smash.
Angelique.
Yeah. I knew one. I knew. I think we did have her on.
Yes. Anyway, I'm like, I don't know. I was too drunk during Drunksmiths to remember who
Mm-hmm. I
saw
know.
it.
So we like
but,
about it.
But she
That's what
she
we
said
like.
she's like, I've seen
God.
people do really weird shit in the audiences before, but nothing like that. But she said the weirdest thing was a man sitting front row during some performance busted out an entire bento box of sushi and just sat there and
Amazing.
ate sushi, like dipping it in soy
my
sauce, like front row, just like eating fucking sushi.
Oh my
It's like,
god.
what? Yeah.
Dinner and a show.
That's got to be so distracting.
Yeah. It's so odd to me that, like, people don't understand what theater etiquette is. It's like you go and you watch.
Yeah, and you're not
Yeah.
watching a movie.
And you don't talk. And yeah.
It's like there's
you
a couple.
certainly don't watch the World Cup
No.
or anything on
Yeah.
your phone.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, so anyway, I mean, now they're going to have to do it again because England's moved
Yep.
on.
Yep. This
I'm sure they'll be-
Wednesday.
I'm sure this will be
This
happening again.
Wednesday.
I don't know why we're slapping our legs,
I
but
don't
let's
either,
do
but
it.
I got excited.
Allison.
Woo!
Soccer.
All right,
USA.
and soccer.
No, we're not playing.
And football.
Yeah.
All right, sweet. I think we did it. Hey, I know I said this at the beginning of the show, but I hope you all join us at our Comic-Con shows. They're coming up if you're going to be there.
Yeah.
3 p.m. at the Lionsgate booth on that Friday and 4 p.m.
3
at
p.m.
the Sparks
3 p.m.
Gallery
Where can it
Nerdist space on the Saturday. We will see you there. And, you know, if you want to email us at halfhourhappyhourfans@gmail.com. You can follow us on Twitter at halfhourhappyhr. Please subscribe to us and share us with your friends on whatever you listen to us on, iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play. All those fun things. And that is it for this week's episode of the Half Hour Happy Hour with Allison and Alex. I'm Alison Haislip.
And I'm Alex Albrecht. Sitting in with us, as always, the lovely and talented Tom Super Volcano Krajewski.
Bye.
Cheerio.
Cheerio.
Now leaving Nerdist.com.